The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
We know it was ugly on Sunday, but just how ugly? Film analyst Joe Blewett is here to break down the All-22. And don't worry, we will show you some positives from the Jet defense, which actually played well in this loss to the Broncos. Keep it right here. It's the Jake Asman Show film review. It starts right now.
Justice numbers are not good from this game. Is he going to be your quarterback next week, or would you consider?
Man, what kind of question is that?
How much worse can it get for Aaron Glenn's Jets team? Can he salvage this season and give us something to be excited about? Every step of the journey, the Jake Asman Show will have you covered, breaking down all the storylines of every game and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go. Show number 2 on the day here on a Tuesday. Reminder, we do have our first watch party of the regular season this upcoming Sunday, or actually, I misspoke. That is the following Sunday for the Jets and the Bengals matchup. That's October 26th. We're going to be at Goldies Tavern in New York City, 3 minutes, even less, from Penn Station, 3 minutes from Madison Square Garden. Great location, great sports bar, decked out in green, Jet game on all the screens. You'll get a free beer if you show up wearing Jets gear or as Maniac gear. If you want to join us, we'll have a halftime raffle as well for a bunch of signed items like a Breece Hall framed jersey, a Wayne Corbett signed football, a Kevin Mawai signed jersey, among others. Here's what you need to do. Just click the RSVP link in the description, and boom, you're all set. We'll add you to the raffle, and you'll be ready to go. So come join us for our first watch party. We'll commiserate about the Jets all together. That's at Goldies Tavern in New York City for the Jets and the Bengals on October 26th. Right now, let's say hello to the great Joe Blewett from JetsXFactor.com. Joe, you sat down, you got up early on Sunday, you watched the Jets lose in heartbreaking fashion, and then you had to sit back down a day later and start reviewing the tape from this debacle. I hope you're doing okay, my friend. Thanks for coming on the show.
Story of my life, the last 10 or so years, to watch them get beat and then have to watch it again a day later. You know, this, I have to rush it a little bit more because I'm on the show. So I used to have like a whole day to just clear my mind. But now that I'm doing the show, I have to get it done on Monday. So been brutal. The thing I will say is, though, not completely unrelated, is the turnaround time on some of these clips on your show is ridiculous, with the Aaron Glenn presser getting hit by a plane and shit. It's ridiculous. So props to whoever edits all that stuff.
Well, I can't take credit for any of that. The only thing I can take credit for is combining clips that were previously sent to me. So this is my latest masterpiece.
We're here to win now, and we're looking forward to it.
And I'm really left with no choice, Joe, because if I don't play this for a little comic relief, I'm going to cry as a Jet fan who just desperately wants to see this team not be a national embarrassment. And as of this past weekend, we are now an international embarrassment with what we all unfortunately had to sit there and watch on Sunday.
Yeah, Woody Johnson's Super Bowl. I heard the Jets fans, there's not a lot of turnout in London, but I'm assuming a lot of our fans are the fair weather fans. But at least it was competitive, you know, like at least we have that, I guess. You know, we know Justin Fields is not going to be the answer. So if the rest of the team is playing well and it's Justin Fields, I think it's a little bit more, it's not as bad. But really, when you break down this game, you know, how do you even quantify who's worse, Justin Fields or Aaron Glenn? You know, so I don't know. Like, I think they were both equally as bad. My God, with Aaron Glenn, with going for it on fourth down with a fake punt, which if you look at the play, like half the Jets starters were in and the Broncos did not fall for it. They were all stacking the box there. They knew it was coming. So there was no like manipulation there with putting in some of the backups. They knew it was coming. And then after that, after you get it, you run the ball. It's like, okay. And then you're getting close to a field goal and you pass the ball instead of run the ball. Have some problems with the offensive scheme too, a little bit. The timeout, they used a timeout. Was it like 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter? They used a timeout and then they punted the ball.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like you're in a close game. You might need that third timeout. Like, what are you doing? So Glenn was atrocious in this game. So that's the really bad part, because if he's going to be here in the future, this is obviously not looking great for him starting off the season. And then Fields was awful. He missed more than 3 out passes. We'll just say that.
I mean, it's bad, folks. You've been warned in advance. I already saw a bunch of the clips that Joe was reviewing. So this is going to be a painful one. So we usually start with the negative, and at 0-6, let's be real, it's mostly negative. But I said to Joe before we started this video, I said, you know what? Why don't we start with some positives? Because the defense, for one, showed up. They played like the Jet defense I think many of us were expecting in most of the games this year. So JJ's back, Jermaine Johnson. We saw Jarvis Brownlee Jr. make a bunch of plays and help this unit. Let's start with the defense. Let's give people something to maybe grab onto that is, maybe a positive that they could take going forward, right? Let's start with some positives here. Jermaine Johnson is back. So this first clip from you, Joe, is focusing in on number 11. So take it away.
Yeah, first let me start off by you're like, hey, impromptu, some positive defensive stuff. I'm like, the Jake Asman, who's super negative on Twitter, you want me to do this? Like, I was taken aback. So
the latest thing is I'm a bad fan. Have you seen those fans tweeting me? Apparently, I'm not allowed to be critical because I'm a Jet fan, and no real fan criticizes their team. That's the latest I've been getting on Twitter the last few days.
Just as bad as I saw you like this on Twitter last week. It's like people are criticizing me for going to the games. Like, bro, I'm not even here to watch the Jets. Like, I'm here to drink a couple beers with my buddies. Like, get off my back, dude. So yeah, that's what happens on the Twitter streets. You know that. So yeah, we'll start with some positives, I guess, and then we'll go to the negatives because there's plenty, and all of it's Justin Fields. But we'll do some quick ones from the defense. So the right side of the defense, you have JJ, who's lined up over number 1. Comes off the ball with a little bit more of like an inside track and a little bit slow because he's trying to figure out if one, which I believe is Ingram, is going to chip him. Once he doesn't chip him, closes ground on number 69, which is that McGlinchey actually, the right tackle. Squares up the right tackle really well, threatening inside out. When you threaten inside out and you're going to square him up like that, what's going to happen is your feet. Let me see if I can get a good freeze frame on it. When you threaten inside out, your feet are going to freeze and get locked into the turf. You see that left foot's kind of locked into the turf. So your base really isn't under your punch. He times the punch, double swipe, gets to the quarterback. Bo Nix does a really good job of dipping that near shoulder and stepping through that pocket with power and then rolling out. So it's a play you want to see JJ finish ideally, but obviously just feeling the impact of JJ into a rollout. And then obviously Jarvis Brownlee forces a fumble, just trying to contain Mims for the tackle. Jets get the ball in the 40-yard line, in the green zone, as you call it. Once you get to the 40, it's called the green zone. And they kick a field goal, because it's the Jets. So,
right. And look, that was such a big part of this game, right? Like the Jets were gifted 6 points essentially because you just showed the turnover there. And then you had the Kane long kick return that put them in great field position for another field goal, not scoring touchdowns, killed them. And then plus you had the safety. I mean, the offense did absolutely nothing. Your defense and special teams created all these opportunities for you and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah. You scored 3 points as an offense. Like, how many times did they start with the ball near the 50, in the opponent's territory, green zone, like we just did it. Naguano got the ball. It was like a 70-yard return, right, or something like that. So they were near like the 30-yard line, 25-yard line, wherever they were. Field goal. You have to finish in the red zone. They have to stop committing penalties in the red zone too. It was one of the early ones where in the red zone or in the green zone, and Tippmann had the false start, which killed the drive. So they didn't have a ton of penalties, so you can't kill them for that this game. But of course, no penalties, defense plays well, and bang, offense can't show up. So it's, what it is. It's one or the other.
It's unbelievable. But all right, well, let's talk more about the defense actually playing well. Yeah. Here's a great play from Brownlee that I know you're going to break down for us,
dude. Yeah. We did Brownlee, what was that, last week or 2 weeks ago? I love the player. Like, he's a guy who's a little bit volatile in coverage sometimes because he'll grab and he guesses a little bit, but he's to the bottom most of the screen. Brandon Stevens is the high corner, and then you have Brownlee who's in the slot, like over top of this bunch right here. And what he does is he's reading the play as the ball is snapped. He sees the bubble coming from the number 3. And he just attacks the middle of the 2 blockers to the outside, puts his head down, just trying to take 2 for 1 on that play. Hey, if you could take out 2 blockers in one play, it opens up another guy for you. But not only does he do that, he drives through it so hard that he actually gets to the receiver. I think it might actually be Ingram on the screen, but like ridiculous. Three for one by Brownlee on one play, and he finishes the tackle. It's not like he just gets a hand on. To blow up two guys stalk blocking you and then get there is absurd. So Brownlee added so much to the screen game, to the run game. You cannot take him off the field. I don't care if Michael Carter comes back, move him to safety if you need to. Brownlee cannot be off the field at this point, especially after this game in his first true showing.
Yeah, this guy he plays hard, man. Him and Jermaine Johnson, like leaders, play hard. Yeah. These guys need to play. If Michael Carter's healthy and you want to, give him some reps at safety, fine. It'd be creative. Let's see if they can do that. But I mean, this guy Brownlee, man, you talk about a debut. That was his first play. The fumble you showed, that was the first play of his Jet career, essentially in a starting role. It makes that play. You just showed him blowing up the screen there. I mean, this guy looks like a legitimate solution for years to come. I mean, I don't know why Tennessee would trade him. I mean, they're a mess. I mean, maybe that's why they just fired their coach yesterday. But the fact that they got this guy for a 6th round pick and he's under control now for the next couple of years. Look, I've been very critical of Glenn and Muji, but that's an outstanding move to this point. I'm excited to see what he could do.
Not even a 6th. It's a 6th, and then they moved down to get a 7th. Like, you traded down one round to get Brownlee, who's team controlled now for 3 years. Maybe it was the penalties that were the problem for them, but again, he's a young player who's super aggressive. Like, they're not necessarily always easy to find. So, I love that pick. But like you said, bad organization. Just like, why do we get rid of JFM? There's
right. We
bad
did the
organization.
Same thing.
Yeah. It happens. We're one of them, so we can understand. But yeah, I'm just going to chalk up to bad organization for getting rid of this dude. And I have another play of him coming up where he's making a tackle. He's just such a difference maker in the box, and that's why you want him in the slot. Now, if you play him outside, or if you play him in the slot, I'm a little bit more worried about him in coverage because there's more moving parts there, and he could bite on some things. So I think, coverage-wise, he's better outside, but in terms of him being in the box and having run fits and stuff, you want him in the slot. And he comes off the left side here, and he's like the force player to the outside, so he doesn't want to get outflanked to the outside right here because his run is bounced or cut back, whatever it may be. He's going to get outflanked, and then it's a thing where obviously he loses contain, and it's going to be his problem. So initially, he kind of follows the flow of the play, works downhill, realizes, okay, I'm getting blocked by Mims here, gets outside leverage on Mims, chops that right arm of Mims, and then just continues to close down on the run, sees the running backs getting vertical, is aggressively closing down, makes the tackle. Do not see a lot of slot corners make plays like this. And I said it, and this is not a one-for-one comparison. It's really, really not. But he reminds me of like prime Jamal Adams vibes, just as a slot corner, different in coverage, obviously all that stuff. But in terms of aggression and his play in the box, that's the exact type of player he gives you. So he makes a bunch of plays that he's not necessarily even supposed to make. Most corners 9 times out of 10 are not even going to get close to this play. So like you said, hell of a debut from Brownlee.
Love it. There we go. There's some positivity.
This is what I'm supposed to do, Jake. Only positives. I'm not coming on and doing any more negatives for the rest of the season. And it's indicative of this play coming up that Clemens is also forcing safeties and holds and stuff. So no more negativity on the show. We're going to completely erase your current Twitter reputation, I guess we could say. So let's be super positive. Jets are going to win all the rest of the games.
Look, according to the people who were at the game on Sunday, Joe, right? Watching their first ever NFL game. Number 72 on the Jets might be one of the all-time greats. Those were the takes I was seeing fired off on Sports Talk Radio in England after Michael Clemens' big game. So why don't you break down the Clemens safety that he helped be a part of here?
Yeah, there's really not even much to this one. He's rushing as a 4-eye from the right side of your screen over number 69, and he rushes the B gap and the right guard because you have a pressure coming off of the outside, so he's going to take the inside gap, and all he does here, and this is what Clemens needs to do a little bit more of as a rusher, is just realize your strength, and your strength is your strength, for lack of a better term. Just duck your head and bull rush some guys, and here he sees that he could take number 77's chest because the hands are low. Take advantage of the open chests. When you win the chest and you win leverage in the NFL game, especially in the trenches, you're going to most likely win that rep. Takes the chest nice and low. gets extension, continues to drive the feet, and throws them backwards, however many yards that is. Let's see, about 4 or 5 yards there, and then forces the hold, and Jets get a safety. And at this point, they go up 11-10, right? So hell of a play by Clemens. We have to give him some credit. The last week or two, he's been playing a little bit better and actually looks like a rotational type of guy. Actually, no, last week it was awful too with like the end rounds and stuff. So at least he looks somewhat better, I will say, making some plays. But this one's obviously hell of a positive for him. Get low, get extension, keep turning those feet, and get to the quarterback.
The final points of the game for the Jets in this game, Joe.
So yeah, 10-11. I remember just like, okay, if they could just hold them here, but it's unfortunate. Another play. This is Maui Noah forcing a hold, and he's been volatile too. Like some plays in coverage, he's specifically getting beat on, but in the box, he's actually been relatively decent. But this time he's rushing from the outside right here, and he rushes the left guard. And what he does a really good job of is setting up the left guard. So he penetrates more into the B gap, or like to the right of the left tackle, which makes 79 slide that way, and the momentum is going to the outside. He times it really well with short strides. When you shorten your stride, it allows quicker change of direction. So he shortens his stride as he gets into what I call the contact window of about like 2 yards away. Shortens the stride, crosses the face with a club, and then forces the hold. The Broncos, I believe, converted a third down there. I think it was a third down. And because of Maui Noah, it's 2nd and 19, 20 or whatever it was, or 3rd and 19 or 20 instead of being a completion for a first down. So hell of a job by the rookie. He's been flashing.
Good to see. Very good to see, because he started off rough, man. I remember we did some breakdowns. We're like, what the hell is this guy doing? Honestly, the rookie class has not been a problem for the Jets. Like, give Glenn and Muji some credit there for sure. I think Membu's going to be a really good player. Mason Taylor's looked good. We obviously don't know what AZ Thomas is just yet, but I thought Malachi Moore, I mean, you can tell me you watched it. I thought he had maybe his best game of the season on Sunday. I thought he looked pretty good, and Malinois making some plays there. I mean, we got to get Arian Smith involved at some point, but if you hit on a couple draft picks per class, that's pretty good, especially for Jet standards.
Yeah, no, the class has been good so far, and they was getting some flack earlier on in the season, but like some of the picks are 4th, 5th round picks. Like you have to give them some time. Malachi Moore needs some time. They've also put him in some disadvantageous positions against slot receivers when he wasn't the most athletic safety, even at the college level. The one I'll say that looks awful right now is Barron. But past that, like Arian Smith, you see some of the separation numbers. He's getting open. This game, he had a deep shot. He could have, he didn't get wide open, but he got open by a yard, and Justin Fields threw it to the outside shoulder to the sideline and didn't give him a chance. So Arian Smith's been fine. Moore has been up and down, but he needs more time. Obviously, we like what we've seen from all the other rookies with Taylor and Membu and all those guys. Barron, we'll see. I thought he was a little bit of a tweener pick. Didn't love it, but he's in his first year. Like if he could be a rotational guy in a few years, and it is what it is. We have many more problems in the draft class at this point. So I'm not too turned up about it. Yeah,
the Jets' biggest problems happen to be the most important positions on a football team, head coach and quarterback. So that's fantastic.
Pretty much nails it. That's why we're 0-6. There you go.
Unreal. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching live right now, please hit the like button. We are presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. I want to remind people that the line has moved since the news of Garrett Wilson's injury. The Jets are now a underdog at home Sunday in a game I will be at, Joe Blewett. I'll be with Tailgate Joe before the game, lot E26, commiserating with the Asmaniacs before we watch this game in person. Hopefully it's not a debacle, but if you want to bet on any sport anytime, if you want to bet on the Jets, all the odds we mentioned on the show, all courtesy of FanDuel Sportsbook. I also want to mention that we have a brand new set of raffle prizes. We did give out the 3 signed jerseys this morning. That was raffle 44. The top prize now for raffle 45 is a signed Broadway Joe Namath helmet. Prize number 2, a signed Wayne Corbett football. And prize 3, a signed Jermaine Johnson jersey. So we got 3 prizes for next week's Asmaniac raffle. Gift the membership to qualify, and we'll do a daily raffle at the end of the show today. Let's give someone a chance to get a Jets jersey of their choosing. You name the player: Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Jermaine Johnson, or Quinnen Williams. Those are the options. Gift away to qualify for both the jersey giveaway at the end and the weekly raffle series as well. Joe, let's continue with the breakdown here. Looks like we have another positive defensive play before we start to shift to the Woe begone offensive performance.
Yep. Yeah, this one's by Sauce. Again, I don't think like you want a little bit more from a $30 million corner. I do think his bad is getting overblown a little bit by fans. And you have to acknowledge too, like we've killed him in the run game. And this isn't playing the run game, but over recent weeks he's been much more physical. So he's been good, not great. So this is a play that he specifically forces a sack because of coverage. So he's at the bottom of the screen versus Cortland Sutton. And initially, like one of my problems with Sauce is I want to see his feet be a little bit more balanced. I want to see him get more shuffles in. And initially, he opens the hips and runs inside immediately. I would like to see a shuffle in, but that's being nitpicky. But overall, does a really good job getting the hands on. Right? You have Sutton who at the top of the route when he's supposed to be cutting outside tries to use a throw by. Sauce removes his hands, right? Because he doesn't want to get called for a holding because receivers can push off, corners can't, apparently in today's NFL. Resets the hands, get him on Sutton, is mugging him. Like he is nowhere close to being open right now. It's the read that Nix wants to go to, completely mugs the route, and then he ends up taking a sack by JJ, who beats a tight end. Left side of your screen, he beats a tight end. Plays a little bit slow, swipes the hands away, ends up getting the sack. Coverage sack, though, it's 100% on Sauce, just absolutely locking up Sutton right there. Sutton wasn't open to like even half a yard. He was locked down. So hell of a job by Sauce. Now let's unfortunately get into the negative, which is all Justin Fields.
That's the thing though with the corner, right? Like a lot of Sauce making plays you don't see on the TV broadcast. Like if you're watching the game live, you didn't know why Bo Nix took a sack. You just thought, oh, the Jets got home. It's like, well, they got home because Sauce locked up their best player when he was the number one read on that play.
There was a reason that a lot of people love Bless Austin. I don't know if you remember the Bless Austin phenomenon. That's I guess how you say that.
Yeah, didn't he go to Rutgers too? He was like a local kid.
Dude, people loved him because he made tackles on broadcast, and then you actually watch the film, and he was just grossly bad. So if you make plays on broadcast, you're gonna get noticed. That's just is what it is. So safeties, corners, unless you're making picks and stuff, unless you're getting picks and stuff like that, people aren't gonna really recognize your game. But Sauce has been pretty good over the recent weeks. Again, minus a few plays here and there.
With that said, we gave you a warning. Let me also do this. If you have small children in the area, if anyone could actually see what you're watching, and you are not in a place where, what's the term I'm looking for? Not safe for work is what we're about to show you on your screen. So everyone's been warned as we shift from the defensive positives to the offense. An offense, Joe, that had negative 10 net passing yards, which is the worst game in Jet history. Think about that. The Jets and their history of ineptitude, especially at quarterback. This was the worst net passing game in the franchise's history. Here we go. Play number 1 featuring Justin Fields.
Is that bad, Jake? The worst play or the worst game in Jets history? I don't know. And he only missed three out routes, but we're going to see a little bit more on this one. So initially, when you look at this play, there's nothing open. He reads the top first. You have Garrett Wilson on a curl. You have Mason Taylor on like a deep out, and then you get your eyes to the bottom. And I believe it's a spin concept with a flat. But a spin concept, you're gonna have that sit or choice route underneath from Taylor to the bottom, and then the dig from looks like it's Reynolds. But there's nothing open initially, and if Fields were to get his eyes down to Taylor right here, is there a world where the linebacker doesn't get over quick enough and he can hit that route? Yes. He doesn't get there quick enough or sees the linebacker, doesn't want to throw it. It's understandable. I can't kill him. And this one's a little bit harder said than done. I'll be upfront about that. But once you see Fields roll out to the right side right here, watch Garrett Wilson, who actually calls for the ball. If you look at the freeze frame here, and I know it's hard for some people who are on their phones and stuff, but if you look at Garrett Wilson, he's on the 30-yard line right here, and he's calling for the ball. Justin Fields has another 7-8 yards to scramble before he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Keep your eyes down the field. Again, I am not saying this is an easy play because it's not. It's all happening a lot faster than people think it is. But with that being said, a good quarterback keeps his eyes down the field right here. He keeps his eyes on the field right here and hits Garrett Wilson. Look at Garrett Wilson at the 35. Now he's at the 30. 25 calls for the ball. If he puts that ball up on Garrett Wilson and leads him outside, you're talking about a potential touchdown. And again, admittedly, harder said than done to keep your eyes down. You're getting chased or your eyes up. You're getting chased, all that stuff. But there's a reason people say keep your eyes up, and he doesn't. He's looking at the rush the entire time. Doesn't see Garrett Wilson for a potential touchdown on that play. So a play that I'm sure if you watch it back, you'd say, okay, yeah, maybe I can loft this up, because it's not like Garrett Wilson's a little bit open. Like, he's very open there. So a miss by Fields on that one.
Here's the issue I have with Fields, right? He's afraid to throw an interception. And it's like, dude, you have one legitimate weapon. Give him a chance. If it's one-on-one, I don't care what the read is. I don't care what you're supposed to be doing. Give your best player a chance. They do not give Garrett Wilson enough chances to be Garrett Wilson. And that's a huge problem for this team.
Yeah, we'll see. And I'm sure, like you already talked about, like, he quite literally injured Garrett Wilson because of how late he was. I don't know if he's late on that play. I think he's actually just behind on that one out route.
Yeah, the hospital ball on the 3rd and 8 at the end of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Brutal. And trust me, we'll go over it. It's in here. Don't worry.
All right.
It's just, my God. Yeah, he quite literally injured his best player. So, but like you said, like, even 4th and 8, like, I know there's really nothing open, but put it up. Penalty, something. You don't take a sack. So
you
even
can't
if you
take
just
a sack there, throw it up.
Even if you just you could up there 20 yards in the air and just let it be like a punt return, it's something. It's not a sack. So yeah, his like in-time decision making is awful, and this is why some people talk about, and we can talk about zone read and stuff like that. I've heard that talk a little bit. One of the problems is with zone read is he can't read it correctly. He's been handing the ball off when he's not supposed to hand the ball off, or he pulls the ball when he's not supposed to pull the ball. And I heard the thing about rollouts too. The only problem with rollouts is when you're getting run blitzed all the time, you're going to roll out right into pressure pretty consistently because of how teams play the Jets. So it's a little bit easier said than done. Now, with that said, read option versus actual quarterback designed runs, I would like to see more quarterback designed runs at the minimum, even if you're not doing read option, because he's a running back. Like, you're taking one more extra guy to block with him in the box. Like, what's the difference between him and, obviously there's a difference between him and Brees and Isaiah Davis, but like, he's a good runner. So powers, counters, quarterback draws, things like that, like, get him involved and get that extra guy in the box when the run game and the pass game is not working. So Engstrand, with the lack of that, the lack of some screen passes, lack of motion at times in this game, this is definitely Engstrand's worst game. But getting back to Fields, on this one, he's taking a sack, and he's reading the top of the screen here. Well, and I don't know if this is from Taylor. It's supposed to be a check and release, or he just kind of chips the DN because the DN runs into him. But you have a flat from the tight end, and then you have Garrett Wilson on a deep slant. And really what he's reading here is once this defender to the top kind of blitzes and chips Mason Taylor, the linebacker to the 25 is the conflict, right? So he's the conflict defender on this play. So if he's going to stay more inside, like he is more inside, you hit to the flat really quickly. If he's going to open his hips up like his hips are opened, and especially when you're showing a 3 high look post or pre-snap, one to the top high, middle third high, if that safety in the middle drops back, you have an outside leverage corner and the outside third, the dig should be open, or the deep slant should be open, right? So that's one thing. 2, if that linebacker's hips are turned to the outside like that, Garrett Wilson's open. That's an NFL open receiver. And even if you weren't going to hit that, if you are concerned about the linebacker, if that linebacker gains depth and you have a blitz off that side, Taylor gets how many yards here if he just gets the ball to Taylor? And it would be a little bit earlier that he'd hit Taylor. You'd probably want to see him hit Taylor about here if he's going to stay to the inside, and he doesn't throw the ball either one of them, and ends up taking is it a sack here? Yeah, it's a sack. Like, this is a relatively simple read. Now, to the top of the screen, if that guy were to break into the flat, it'd be a little more convoluted. But once he blitzes and that linebacker is really your only conflict, read that linebacker, throw it to where he's not. Okay, and he doesn't, and he takes a sack. So here we are, and it's first. I believe that's first down too. So if he just, that's not Taylor, it's Ruckert. He hits Ruckert in the flat. He picks up 4, 5, 6 yards, and now it's 2nd and 4 instead of first or 2nd and 15 or whatever it is.
I've never seen a quarterback so gun shy to throw the football, Joe. And it
gets worse. It gets worse.
Even better.
Don't worry. That's not because that's a little bit more murky, but again, pretty relatively simple with that linebacker there. There are ones that are just wide open that he's not hitting. So I know he was getting some defense by Kurt Warner on Twitter, who might have been slipped some money under the table for some of the defense that he was throwing out there, but here we are, because there's more plays out there. No, undoubtedly, it was not just 3 out routes. So we'll continue.
Here we go. Another play of greatness from Justin Fields.
Yeah, so this one is, I believe it's the top. Let me just watch it really quickly. Yeah, so to the top of the screen, You have I think it's Arian Smith to the top on a vertical, and then you have Mason Taylor. I believe it's Mason Taylor attached to the line, who's running an out route, and that's his first read. And once you see I think it's actually a safety, it might be Hufunga, but you have a vertical there, and it's kind of acting as like a natural rub route because they're tighter splits. He's running a vertical. You have Hufunga, who is playing inside leverage. If Hufunga doesn't start driving down to the flat immediately as Mason Taylor is starting to come out of his break, you know it's going to be open. The Broncos get home at an insane rate with not a lot of guys even blitzing. They've lessened their blitz percentages because their rushers are being so good. But they get home regardless. So get the ball out quickly. As soon as he doesn't race into the flat here, throw the ball. Like this is second and 6 or 7, let's say. And if he gets the ball out right here and he gets it to Mason Taylor, you're talking about 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, potentially him breaking a tackle and running for some extra yardage, maybe even picking up a first down. But I'm not sure why he's just not releasing the ball. He has to see it open for a good second to throw it. You have to be anticipatory. That the vertical route is covered up well. You're not going to throw that ball there. Hufunga's going over the top. This is a window. Put the ball on him. Like, I know it's not a huge window, but this is an NFL open throw. Hit him. Make the 3rd down much more manageable. He doesn't, ends up stepping in the pocket, another sack. And check the middle. Man. And he goes to throw it. You see that he's thinking about it, but then he's gun shy. He doesn't pull the trigger. Like, Mason Taylor is open enough there. Live to fight another down. Get me 6 yards. Like, or 5 or 6 yards, we'll take it. But another sack taken by Fields.
I mean, it's just he's in his 5th year, people. This is not a rookie quarterback who's learning and had a bad game. This is who he's been. It's unreal. And I'll give the stat I showed on the show the last couple of days, Joe. Samini had this from Next Gen. Fields was pressured on 16 of his 29 dropbacks. And on the 16 pressure plays, we just showed one of them there, he attempted only 4 passes, completed 1 for -1. So it just shows you a quarterback who's afraid to just throw. Like, for lack of a better way to describe it, he was completely gun shy there and didn't give his team a chance.
Especially versus a team who gets home. Like, it has to be the game plan. Get the ball out quick. Get the ball out quick. Get the ball out quick. But he overthinks everything. And it's a problem with the read options too. Is he just thinks way too much. But you have to give your guys a chance. If not, run. If not, throw the ball out of bounds. You can't just consistently take sacks. And we're seeing it. Like, there are plays where guys are open. Are they wide open? No. But he's an NFL quarterback making $20 million a year, whatever it is. Like, these are plays that he should be making. Maybe not all of them, but at least at the minimum, some of them. This was awful. Negative 10 passing yards. It's not good. It's
hard to believe, man. He had time. The O-line is not to blame for all this. Like, when you get sacked 9 times in the game, like, come on, man. All right.
Yeah, they were probably at fault for like maybe 2 or 3 of them, and last week they played badly. But it's never 9 sacks bad. It's not 9 sacks bad. So to the bottom of the screen here, this is a 3rd down play, and he's going to stare at Garrett Wilson the entire time on a speed out. The problem is he needs to show some more urgency in his drop back because he's not synced up with the route when it's breaking. And the rule is, especially versus Surtain, who you see Surtain is he's squatting on this route. The ball needs to be out as he's getting out of his break. And the common saying is, if the receiver can see you throwing the ball, it's too late. Okay, so Garrett Wilson looking back, Justin Fields still has the ball, throwing the ball, or it might be out a tiny bit right there, but he's looking back as he's no, it's not actually. He throws the ball, it's out of his hands now. If you have Surtain and you're only going to stare at Garrett Wilson, this ball needs to be out as he's coming out of the break, not a second after he's out of the break. Now, it does hit Garrett Wilson in the hands, and there's a possibility he can make this catch. He has Surtain all over him, but if you look at this freeze frame, it'd be hard for people to zoom in, but it does hit both the hands. So you want to see Garrett Wilson catch this in an ideal world. Don't kill me. It's a very hard catch, but this ball needs to be out about now. It needs to be out now. You have Surtain who's squatting on it, but he's giving you some room. Like, you could force this throw in there if it's well timed. And that's what people say, like, a perfect pass or a well timed pass is almost impossible to defend because Surtain had excellent coverage here. But if this ball is out on time and the ball is at Garrett Wilson now, it's a catch, but unfortunately he takes extra hitches. He's too slow. Actually in this one, I think it's just the drop back was a little bit too lackadaisical. I wanted to get him. Yeah. I want to see like more urgency in the drop back there, but another play, 3rd down, where you probably had Garrett Wilson for a first down on that play.
This is brutal. Let me do this because I don't know what else to say. No one has gifted a membership yet. So I'm going to gift 5 coming up. and you'll be entered for your chance to win a Jets jersey at the end of the stream today. Brees, Garrett, Sauce, JJ, Quinnen, you pick the player you want, and you'll be entered in next Tuesday's raffle for the signed Namath, signed Corbett, and signed JJ jersey. So after a couple more plays, I'm going to gift memberships. If you want to become an official channel member, here's what you do. You hit the like button. You make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and you make sure in your settings you have on that you want to be eligible to receive a gifted membership, and we'll make it happen for some people. As I'm talking, a couple people have already gifted. The Human Fund in the house, he gifted one. Black Gypsy has also gifted another membership. And our first 5 spot of the stream today, the Lup Man comes through with 5 for the people. Everyone enjoy a good laugh before we get back to the horror show that is the Jets offense on Sunday.
And Jet fans are clueless. I mean, they're dopes. They don't know anything. This is a really good hire. Gase is a great coach. Okay, Adam Gase is Kyle Shanahan before Kyle Shanahan. Gase is a great coach.
That he is. You think Adam Gase, by the way, makes that quarterback change at any point?
I think this team has at least a win if Adam Gase is the coach, and that's a sad state of affairs. But yeah, not even like bench him, but the defense of him after that was ridiculous. I 1,000. Well, obviously you did it because you have a clip of it, but like to question Costello on that one, and Costello I generally don't like him, to be honest here. But how do you not ask that question if you're Costello? Like they would be inept if the beat didn't ask that question. You're getting defensive over a guy who just threw for -10 passing yards. Like, what are you doing, Glenn? So Glenn looks like a complete jackass in the media, on the field, calling timeouts in the fourth quarter to just punt the ball, to go for it, to hold the ball away from the Broncos. Like he was brutal in this game. Press conferences, everything. But yeah, Adam Gase probably has a win. I think that Adam Gase is a better coach at this point than at least they scored touchdowns on the first drives of games with Adam Gase with much less talent. So,
and by the way, if they scored a touchdown on their first drive of the game, they win the game on Sunday.
Yeah, they do. That would be nice to see that. But again, the stat stays alive, right? The Jets haven't scored a touchdown in the first half since week 1. So here we are again. Now we're playing the Panthers, who just beat the Cowboys, right? They blew out the Falcons. No Garrett Wilson this week. I was supposed to go, Jake. I am not 100% sure if I am going. We will see.
Well, if you want to tailgate with us, Joe, maybe don't go to the game, but come tailgate and commiserate with us.
I'll tailgate one of the Asmaniacs. Has to drive me back home. Pick me up and drive me home. I'll come get drunk for 4 hours and then get you drop you off to my wife hammered. Maybe we'll see. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to even do this game, but we'll see. It's a game time decision.
No one would fault you if you don't. I totally get it. All right, here we go. Back to the horror show. Here's Justin Fields. Let me guess, taking another sack because he can't get rid of the football.
Yeah, we got 4 more. We got 4 more left of him taking sacks. This is one of the ones that went out on Twitter. I think this was a screenshot I wanted from third and 4. So to the bottom of the screen, you just have like a simple stick concept where you have a seam here, which would be like an alert if you think it's going to be open immediately. You could throw that, check the safeties. It's a Tampa 2, so the middle linebacker matches. That's not going to be open. So going to get his eyes quickly to the curl flat here, to the hitch flat, and again that curl the flat defender to the top of the screen between like between the 45 and the 50-yard line, the uppermost defender. You're reading him like he's the conflict. If he's going to sit outside, you throw the hitch route. If his hips are opened to the inside like they are, you could fit that ball into Mason Taylor, and then Mason Taylor can easily turn the field for a first down. Doesn't pull the trigger. Like, what are you doing, dude? It's not like, and again, there's a freeze frame scouting on Twitter where it's like, oh my God, these guys are open while he's looking at the other side of the screen, so it doesn't matter. He's looking at this side. Like he's reading that concept to the top. Throw the ball, dude. Either manipulate the curl to flat defender and buy yourself a little bit more room either way, or throw the ball to Mason Taylor because Mason Taylor is open enough for a first down. Instead, what does he do, Jake? He takes a sack. So,
oh my God. Also, to your point, Joe,
I don't know.
I've been showing the screenshot here. This was a 3rd and 5 with the Jets trailing, and he's staring at Taylor. The ball needs to be out already by now, as we know. But like he's looking right at him. Like, dude, what are you looking at?
Yeah, and I don't even care about Arian Smith because Arian Smith's like he's not part of that right now, so I'm not going to kill him for that because he's not looking there. But either one, throw it to Mason Taylor, even a hitch earlier than this screenshot's taken, or if you're manipulating that curl to flat defender and he's going to start going into the flat, then throw it to Garrett Wilson. Like there's 2, or no, it's not Garrett Wilson. Whoever's sitting on that hitch route. let's call it Josh Reynolds. Hit Josh Reynolds. You have to hit at least one of those guys. And Taylor is the first one you want to hit. It's going to be the first read there. And he, of course, he does not. Now, the corner does do a decent job of like playing both, but you have to be decisive in the NFL. You got to get rid of that ball on 3rd and 5.
It's amazing. It's
only 3 more left. So we could breathe deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth through this. We can get through it. I hate to be like, I wish maybe during the bye week, Jake, I can just come on and we can just like take calls and be happy, because coming on and just break down this absolute garbage is just, I'm like the bearer of bad news to this channel every week. I'm so negative. I don't want to be, but here we are.
I have an idea. I don't know if this is even possible. Just a thought. Could we get the all 22 from Super Bowl 3? Break down that.
No, I don't think you can, honestly, because I thought about doing a breakdown on Revis's 9 and 10 seasons. I don't think you can get it. If you have more connections than I do, if you want to get some of that stuff out, we could. I am more than willing. Yeah, that'd be fun. Super Bowl 3
even
breakdown.
the play, or like I don't know if they even have all 22 from like the 60s, but like if we got the all 22 from the Jets upset over the Pats in the playoffs in 2010, like that'd be pretty sick. Like I don't know. Just something during the bye week.
You want me to break down good film for once? Yeah. I would love to do that. So use some of the ESPN connections, Jake. Maybe we can get that done.
I will reach out to my connects at NFL Films and see if they'll hook it up for us, Joe. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, that'd be a beautiful thing.
All right, here we go. Let me guess. Justin Fields being bad. Take it away, Joe.
What is this one? Oh yeah, this one is the one that's late to Garrett Wilson. So Garrett Wilson again is going to be your first read here on the speed out. You have a corner who is playing high and over the top with inside leverage, which should alert you all day that a speed out is going to be open because he's not leveraged to take that speed out, at least, quickly. Now, if he was outside leverage and squatting on this route, then okay, I get not wanting to throw the ball or being a little bit hesitant, but he's playing high. He's playing with heavy inside leverage, speed out all day. He's got a, is this one? Let me see when he throws it. It looks like, yeah, this one's timed. The timing is not bad on this one. He gets to the bottom of his drop and he's throwing the ball as he's coming out of the break. So I'm fine with this. The problem is the accuracy. You got to put it on him or you got to lead him outside. He puts it so far behind him that he makes Garrett Wilson try to contort his body and get one hand out there, and he drops it. So this one's just a play of pure inaccuracy. It's not the reading and it's not anything like that. It's just the fact that, and it's something I got criticized for criticizing him in college, that he's not the most accurate quarterback in the world. And it's come to fruition in the NFL because he was just very spotty with accuracy. And this is one of them. You got to put it on Garrett. You got to put on Garrett Wilson. So when it's not timed, it's poorly thrown by Justin Fields on this play. That's his first read. That's all he's reading is that corner sitting high. Again, it's going to be open all day. So correct read, correct timing. Ball's behind.
Man, it's just
two left.
Another play of greatness. All right, we got 2 left, folks. We're almost there. I'm going to get 5 memberships coming up for those of you who want to get entered in our raffle today. Let's do another one. Joe Blewett, here we go.
Yep, this is. I think this is second. Yeah, let me go. Let me rewind a little bit. So this is okay. So this is 1st and 10. 1st and 10, he's reading the bottom of the screen first. You have a vertical by Josh Reynolds. And again, your out route's going to be your first read here, especially when it's Garrett Wilson. It's your number 1 receiver. And I believe it's it's not Garrett. Sorry, my bad. It's Tyler Johnson, but it's still your first read. And again, it looks like they're playing top hat coverage, which basically means the guy in press is going to take the guy off the line of scrimmage, and then the guy off is going to take the guy on the line of scrimmage. So it looks like what they're doing is top hat coverage, but nonetheless, you have the corner who's responsible for the corner who's squatting, who's responsible for Tyler Johnson playing an out route with inside leverage. Should key to you all day. Hey, I can throw that ball with my receiver who has leverage, doesn't pull the trigger. Again, and this is a play that in the NFL, especially versus a team who is blitzing you getting home all day, you want to get rid of this ball. Like it's a play that you could hit. I know it's not wide open. It's not Madden level open, but the NFL, it's a throw you have to hit. You put it on them. Now we're talking about 2nd and 5 and the Jets being 58 yards away from a game, or it's a 58-yard kick at that point, right? 42-yard line. You're talking about a 59-yard kick at that point, even though Glenn didn't even seem to know where he was in the field. But you're reading the bottom. You see the leverage. You see him have space on the speed out. You got to get rid of that ball.
Throw it. It's 4th and 8. The game's on the line. Throw it. Give your receiver a chance.
So this one's actually, and no, not even this one, Jake. So this one's 1st and 10.
Oh, so this is after they picked up the set of. Okay, so you're right. Yeah. So my criticism for Engstrand here, England, because he's the head coach, who's got to tell him run the ball 3 straight times because Fields clearly was showing you the incapability to complete a pass at this point.
Yeah, and again, the decision to not kick a 61-yarder or whatever it was over Fields converting a 4th and 8, like the way he was playing this game, what are the chances? And it only emphasizes my point. Where like if this one, okay, I don't understand if people said, oh, it's 4th and 8, he's not going to get there. Fine, this is first down. You get rid of this ball, and you're talking about it not an easy, like it's going to be not even a contested catch. It's an open catch if you put it on his outside hip. And now you're talking about again 2nd and 5 here instead of. Did he take a sack here again? I think he takes a sack here again. Yeah, takes a sack. So we're talking about 5 yards, negative 10 yards on that play net because of his decision to not release this ball, which he's looking to, and he pumps it, but he doesn't throw it.
And he's got to know, hey, at this stage of the game, we can't take a sack and knock us out of field goal range. Like he had no awareness of the situation. And I don't know that, like, I'm going to blame Fields because he's in his 5th year, but that's also on the coaching staff too, for the play call to put your quarterback who's inept at this point in that spot.
Yeah, if there's one thing he can do, run. He can run the ball. Again, I don't know if I don't think I saw one design quarterback run in terms of like counter power. I don't think there's one. Now being transparent, I go through this like a zombie. So like sometimes I miss stuff because I'm just like, oh my God, this sucks. So there's little intricacies or plays I'll miss. But there was not one design run, at least to my knowledge, from my watching. And here we are, So last one. I'm sorry, Asmaniacs. It will get better eventually. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe probably not. Yeah. So this is another one where Garrett Wilson gets injured, and I should have clipped this a little bit earlier, but you see with the motion that the safety rotates down, and then I'm pointing with my cursor, so it's a little bit hard for you guys to see. But to the top of the screen, you see Hufanga racing down, and then to the slot right there, he's showing like he's going to blitz. And as soon as he blitzes, and that corner and that safety is sitting over the top to Garrett Wilson, you got to be keyed on. Hey, Garrett Wilson's going to be open on this play, and look at the corner's body language in terms of like how he's playing this route. Just the freeze frame here is probably one of the worst ones you'll see. Garrett Wilson wide open to the out. The corner is 5 yards over the route with his hips open completely to the inside. If this is on time and to Garrett Wilson, you're talking about not a walk-in touchdown, but it's a walk-in first down, I guess we could say. So all you need to do is throw this ball with timing. He takes an extra hitch for whatever reason, because the ball should be out now. He takes an extra hitch, throws it. It's late. It's inside. Gives Hufanga, I believe it's Hufanga, a chance to make a play on the ball. But here, Jake, like look at the freeze frame. This is what he's look at the corner versus Garrett Wilson. Is there a world where the corner is going to get back out on Garrett Wilson if you just put that ball with timing and he can just get to the first? He could have walked for a first down if the ball was out now, but he takes an extra hitch, throws the ball inside, break up. Game is mostly over right there because then it's 4th and 8.
This quarterback got paid $30 million guaranteed, and he can't complete a simple pass to the best player on the field who he played with in college and has a relationship with.
And it's not even a tight window. You're talking about the corner playing you're talking about the rotation down, which is already indicating, okay, one of these guys is going to pick up one of my receivers. So you have 2v2. So that's the first key. The second key is they're playing off. The third key is his hips are open to the inside. He's getting vertical already on a speed out. Like with timing, this is a cake first down for a good NFL quarterback. And
Garrett gets hurt on this play. Yeah. And like this is a hospital ball to Garrett Wilson. He gets hurt on this play and is now out at least 2 games.
Yeah, he's got to throw. He's coming out of the break there. It does not get more clear than this in terms of when it released the ball. Just absolutely awful anticipation, reading of defenses. He's just, there's the screenshot of it.
I mean, what are we doing, man? He's wide open. You're looking at him. Throw the ball, dude. This Fields is not a rookie, and honestly, the Fields fans, the stands, I don't know if they're as bad as the Zach Wilson stands, but they're getting close. I mean, you should see what my mentions look like when you dare say anything bad about Justin Fields. I'm sure you see it too.
Yeah, I see it, and you have like. I'm not whatever. I'll say it. Like you have people because he's a black quarterback there, and saying like, oh, you think he's dumb because he's a black? Like what? Like I've called Tyrod a good quarterback and Hurts and all this stuff. Like that's probably the worst part about it. Is like insinuating certain stuff because of the color of his skin. It's like just so stupid on Twitter, dude. It's just so much easier to post and get out of there because it's like, yeah, that's why I hate Justin Fields, not him missing 3rd and 8s and stuff. It's just like. It is ridiculous.
Dude, that's like the people that I've had people in the last couple of days because I've been very critical of Glenn and my social team has been taking shorts from the show and I've been posting them or whatever. And I've had like, I it could be more. I turned it off because like you can't win with these assholes. 3 people have said I'm racist because I've been so critical of Glenn. And I'm like, you do realize of the candidates the Jets interviewed to be their head coach, the guy I wanted them to hire was Brian Flores, who's black. Like, you can't win with these people. They're so stupid. It's unbelievable.
That's why it's so much easier just posting it out of there, dude. It's not worth your time. But yeah, I think that's the biggest problem with Fields, like versus Wilson, because I'm not going to try to get into a long debate about that stuff too. It's like now we're not even talking about football. Now we're talking about people's skin color. It's like, this is just dumb, or he just sucks, and that's why I don't like him. But nonetheless,
joke. It's insane. Man, we're done with the film review, right? Thank God.
Yes. Okay. Thank God.
All right, some super chats here for Mr. Blewett. I do want to shout out our guy Cincy Matt. He says, Jake, awesome spot on DH&R. The fact that I'm a diehard fan of a show surrounding a team I don't give a damn about is a testament to your talent. Very kind of you, Cincy Matt. I appreciate it. For those who missed it, in the middle of my stream yesterday, I got a text that Don LaGreca is apparently ripping my opinion on the Jets or Aaron Glenn. And I texted Don. I go, I think you have what I'm saying wrong. So they invited me on the show. We hashed it out on the air yesterday. I clipped the segment and put it up as a separate video on my channel. So thanks to Don, Alan, and Peter for having me on yesterday. And we got into a good debate about the Jets for those who want to see it. Cincy Matt, I appreciate you. And good luck to your Bengals against the Jets next week. God, what a matchup.
Are we rooting for the Bengals at that point? Like if they lose this game against Carolina, like when is it officially time to be like, hey, I don't think it's going to work out, and we're rooting for L's at this point?
I mean, I don't know, man. This is so unique because like with Gase in 2020, once they fell to 0-5, I was rooting against them every week. I was like, you know what? I want this coach gone. I want the number 1 pick. This is so complicated because it's first-year coach. Like, are we sure Glenn's getting fired if they go 2-15? I mean, 0-17, yes. 2-15, 3-14. Like, are we sure Woody's going to pull the plug and admit a mistake and then be willing to pay Glenn to go away and get a new, like, I don't know. Like it's just uncharted territory for us because we've never seen it this bad with any first-year coach.
Yeah, I'm like confused what I want to root for. Because like, do you root for wins for the culture and for the guys to stop being depressed? And like, if Glenn is going to be the coach, then obviously you want to build something. Or are you kind of concerned that obviously it's going to flame out with the new quarterback next year? And if you root for wins and Glenn wins some games, then Woody Johnson's going to be on the fence. He's not going to fire him. Like, do you just root for the first pick and for them to clean house? Like, it sucks that October 14th, and I don't know whether to root for the Jets to win or lose football games at this point. Like, I'm conflicted. When the game comes on, I root every time.
I'm rooting for wins for now, but yeah, I mean, if we're winless at the bye week, like, come on, like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, 0-8. Like, what's the point of winning games at that point, really? Like, unless you think Glenn is just gonna have a miraculous turnaround, I don't know, man. I don't know.
The 9-8 season is still alive if they start 0-8, Joe.
Is it though? Is it, Jake? Is it really? Is it really 9-8? We could do that. Hey, I would probably chop off my left pinky for that just because I want to see some good football, but. Let's be realistic. They're winning max of 4 or 5 games, even if they do turn around at this point.
If that, yeah.
It sucks. It just really sucks.
Is Glenn the worst head coach you've seen in your lifetime so far?
Yeah. Yeah. And like, even like, again, we brought up Gase a couple of weeks ago. He had 7 wins his first year,
he started
and they scored open drive touchdowns.
Yeah. And he won 7 games in year 1. I mean, Saleh won 4 his first year with a way worse roster.
Yeah, easily. And even like, okay, if he's going to be better than Saleh in the media, nope, he's not. He's just as bad, if not actually worse. Oh, the game management stuff, hopefully be better there. Nope, he's not. Holding guys accountable, nope, he's not. Game plan stuff, nope. Pulling the quarterback, nope. So like, what? There's nothing. I legitimately don't know. At this point, he's worse than Gase because at least Gase can get a first drive touchdown. That's my only saving grace for him.
Joe, during the bye week, are you ready for some quarterback? Baby, here we go.
I was tempted the other day. I was like, I had like a couple of hours free, and I got the itch to like, okay, am I going to start watching Mendoza and all these guys? But it's like once I watch one quarterback, I'm going to have to watch 5, and I really don't. I hate evaluating quarterbacks because of the arguments around them, and this guy sucks and this guy doesn't suck whenever else. But I know we're probably doing it like off-season stuff on this channel or whatever, or maybe we'll see. It sucks because we're gonna pour in all this time. They're gonna get the wrong quarterback, the wrong coach. He's gonna suck. We're gonna argue about him 2 or 3 years, and then we're gonna be doing it again in 2029 or 2030. It's just, like, if I had hope, it would be more fun. But I've seen them ruin so many quarterbacks that it's not even fun It's not even fun anymore to watch some of these quarterbacks and imagine what they could be, because I know what they most likely will be.
Well, that's why I think you and I are aligned on this. If they're picking number 1 overall, this coach cannot be there making that pick. You can't do it.
I don't know if they're picking top 3 or 5 that he should be making the pick at this point, based on how it's going. And again, if you're losing games because of talent, because of the other team's better and stuff, fine. But the way they lost that game, and the post press conference was fireable offense. So if it doesn't get much better, I don't see how you can just roll with this guy, because it's gonna be straight up blind faith with a new quarterback. And how many of these guys get the quarterback and then they get fired? Look at Callahan with the Titans. It's not helping out Cam Ward. So
Super Chats cut the line. Brazil says, how about Tyrod and a 4th rounder for Shedeur? I am not giving the Browns anything for Shedeur. He was a 5th round pick. Why am I giving them my backup quarterback and a 4th? Are you nuts? They should be giving us draft capital if we're taking Shedeur off their hands.
Wasn't this the guy that people were so concerned about, like being a little bit childish? And then he's answering. This was real, right? Like he was answering questions a couple of weeks ago, but just mouthing the words, not actually saying anything.
Yeah, he was pretending to be a mime. Yep.
Yeah. No, pass me on that. I absolutely not. And like you said, he was a 5th round pick, right? Was he a 5th or 4th?
5th.
Yeah, I'm going to give a 4th round pick for a guy who's a 3rd string quarterback and now a 2nd and is doing that in the media. Absolutely not. And then having his dad, Dion on Twitter criticizing the Jets and stuff, just absolutely not. Shedeur could play somewhere else.
Yep, I'm good. Cuddy says, just getting on any Brownlee talk. Rewind, Cuddy. We had a couple great plays from Brownlee during the film review. This comment here, his question is also about Shedeur. Would I trade Breece for Shedeur? No. Good God, would I trade Breece for Shedeur? What are we doing, people?
You get the fuck out.
I do want to get your thoughts, Joe, on the trade deadline stuff. Do you expect a fire sale here? I mean, is Breece going to be traded? He did post free 20 on Instagram yesterday. People are a buzz about that. Give us your thoughts on some of these vets that are rumored to be up for sale or teams are calling on potentially getting moved.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the tweet. It was after he fumbled. Against the Cowboys. I was like, oh, he's going to tweet out like Psalms 17:3 or some shit. And then like 3 days later, he tweets out something like that. I'm like, oh, there it is. Yeah, with Breece, I think I'm really looking at like minus bottom of the roster guys. You can maybe flip for like a 7th round pick or, a 7th that becomes a 6th or something like that. I think the main people I'm watching for are Quincy and Breece. I'm not in the boat of trade sauce. I think that's crazy. We got to build around somebody. Even Q could be a building block for the next 4 or 5 years, and he deserves to win here. You also have to worry about what it does to the locker room with actually all of these guys. But Breece, I don't think he's going to resign. I think he's going to outprice himself. Now, I think there needs to be some nuance into the conversation. It needs to be, okay, if they approach Breece and their number is $11 million a year, and he's at, no, I'm not going below 15, then okay, we have no purpose for you in the years coming, so we need to trade you. If it's a thing where he's willing to sign with the Jets for a reasonable price, then obviously you're not going to trade him because maybe you can extend him and, you can have him for your rookie quarterback. The thing I will say is, though, and Breece has made some good plays, and we saw some good plays in this game, the botch snap, and he made some yardage out of it, the spin move. He had some good plays. But much more of his success has been based on the offensive line and their run blocking than Breece individually. If you look at a lot of the gaps he's running through, they're wide open. So I do think Breece is a difference maker. Is he a difference maker enough where I think and lose me with the comparisons to Barkley and McCaffrey and all that stuff, because he's not those guys. But I think there's some nuance in terms of, okay, is he willing to re-sign here, and for how much? I'm not going over $10, $11 million or so for him, if you even want to keep him. And then what's the pick? I think a 4th and some change is where I start to kind of think about it with Breece. Nothing like a 5th or Shedeur Sanders. And then Quincy's 29 years old. How does it affect Q? You have to question that, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It's the NFL. But 29 years old, and you have 2 light linebackers who are very volatile in terms of biting on stuff. I would get rid of Quincy as well, because I don't think you're going to re-sign him. One, because of the fit next to Sherwood, I don't think it works. And then secondarily, are you going to pay him $13 million a year and have $28 million a year at linebacker when you need a bunch of other things? I don't think so. So I'm looking at Quincy and Breece being the most likely.
He's Joe Blewett, JetXFactor.com, film reviews every week on the show. Joe, a couple calls for you before we wrap, and then I'll stay on for the rest, and we'll see where the conversation goes. But you're not the only film expert we have on this show. He wants to come on and prove he knows just as much about film review as you do. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
What the hell? Was that a tech error? All right, let's
Jake, I thought you were bringing on Kurt Warner for a second. I got nervous.
This guy here. Kurt Warner? Estoy loco, cabrón. Pull up round one number. Let's pull number one up, shall we, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey, I only have one clip handy here, all right? So, Beast, I'm just going to throw it up there. I'll play it on loop.
Ready.
All right, that doesn't really help us here as you have a marker or whatever the hell you're doing. So here we go, Beast. I'm going to play it a couple times for you. Ready? Here we go, and we're off.
All right, here we go. Here comes a miss. Nice, not a good shot. Very bad. Not enough timing. Not enough speed. Again, watch closely. He did not pick it up, and he didn't throw it at the right time. He only had 3 seconds to throw it on time. 3 seconds. When you get the ball, 3 seconds. Launch. 3. 1, 2, 3. That's all it is. Uno, dos, tres. That's how it's supposed to be. He did not time it nicely. He was too busy. Or something. Like weirdo. Hey, pay attention to your guy right there. Garrett was wide open. He had a lock shot. 3 seconds. Get the ball with it. When you get the ball, 3 seconds. Launch. That's all you do.
Hey, Joe, do you have any clips handy you could just throw up there on the screen and let Beast continue to break down some film? That was the only one I personally had handy.
Of course I do.
Oh, boy.
I appreciate that I not only get to come on and talk about the Jets, but I also learn something every time I come on here, Jake. It's great.
All right, Beast, go ahead. Here's another great play from our offense. Break it down for us.
All right, let's go again. Pull up the track. All right, here we go. Another slow position. Not enough timing. Very, very slow and not so fast. He should have had 3 seconds to get rid of it. No, defense came right after him and knocked him right on his ass and just said, what the hell is this guy doing? Well, you know what he was doing? He was too busy fingering his ass and not paying attention.
Whoa. It's a family program.
I understand it, but I'm under.
Calm your freaky down.
The gun right now. You'll think, right now I got a pain in the eye, but I'm still going to keep going. I still got to keep going.
No, that's enough film review from you, Beast. You've done enough.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Now, before you go, though, can you do a live tutorial on what the Jets need to do to get the ball out quicker? Can you maybe be Justin Fields trying to throw to Josh Reynolds this week because Garrett Wilson's hurt?
How about a little pick drive? We're going to do a little I-4. Now, pay attention, folks. Your I formation is right here. If you want to do a pass, you have to have all your big dudes up here. And all these guys, 300 some plus pounds, are going to want to eat your ass alive.
Whoa. Enough of this ass talk.
Calm your freaky down.
Ready. Black 53. Black 53. Get ready. Set 3, 18. Come on, Sally.
Another great film review with Beast there, Joe.
Yeah. Again, I learn something every time he comes on. Not only that, but I got some ass talk, fingers and asses and eating asses. And, so it's exciting. So here we go.
Calm your freaky down.
It's unbelievable.
Always entertaining.
What a show. The Jets are ass, so it is kind of fitting.
Dude, trust me. Sometimes I feel like when I'm watching the Jets, they stick their own finger in my ass as well. So it's I feel his pain.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's do one actual call with a guy who had a question for you, Joe. The Chuck Wagon is on the line. Hello, Chuck.
Hey, Joe. Quick question for you. Just going with game 1 and game 6 for Justin Fields. Have you seen a bigger regression between, 6 weeks of games? And it's not, like you said, he's not a rookie quarterback. Someone who's been here for multiple years. It just seemed like that is the worst regression from one game to another game that I have seen. I didn't know if you've seen something that bad for a veteran quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a slow regression. I think it was really fast because the week 2 against the Bills was just as bad as this week. I think we have to recognize with Fields in this point in his career that it's a flash in the pan. Those type of games like against the Steelers. So we just have to realize he's more what he is through weeks 2 through 6 than what he was week 1. It gave us false hope, but he's just not been good. So. He struggles to process and stuff. When he's feeling himself, he can get on a roll. But he's like Zach Wilson. Once one thing goes wrong, it starts rolling downhill.
Yeah. And Jake, 2 things for you. Before the trade deadline, I'm saying 4 Jets are going to be traded. And also, in that little video you have with Aaron Glenn dancing when you say no wins, to be a little bit more positive, instead of saying no wins, can you change it to say number 1 draft pick? So it sounds like it's something positive.
We could potentially work on that. The best I could do for now, though, Chuck, is play you out with this because we don't have any wins, but we do have a couple moral wins. I mean, never forget that moral victory in week 1, though, Joe. That really has translated towards success for this season.
I should actually get like a banner, like people have like the championship banners, like AFC's titles and stuff. And I should get it on the back of my wall. I'm missing a spot like right about here. So I should get a week 1 moral victory. Remember that, something like that.
It's truly unbelievable. Joe, you're one of the best to do it. God bless you for having to watch these games back and analyze it and do it all multiple times every week. You're the man. Appreciate you. And I don't know, man. Let me know if you're coming to the game Sunday because we'd love to have a beer with you in person if you do.
Yeah, or quite a few, because to watch this team, you need to have quite a few in you. Yeah, but I appreciate you. Hopefully the film is better next week, and I'll be in contact about Sunday.
Ladies and gentlemen, there he goes. The great Joe Blewett, co-founder, jetxfactor.com. Check out Joe's film work there and on YouTube as well. Hit the like button if you guys are tuning in. Super chat from Joe, who's in the raffle for 2. He says, I think Beast needs to calm down on the Red Bull. Beast, you drinking Red Bull?
Hell no, that's disgusting. That's sick stuff. You want to drink something better? Drink a water.
You look like you don't drink a lot of water, though, Beast.
The hell I don't. I already got a case. I bought one for $3.
Yeah, but didn't you tell me you once had Dr. Pepper for breakfast recently?
Hey, I was in a hurry for work. I had to get something in my system because what are you going to do?
But for breakfast?
What are you going to do? Stand there and starve? Think before you speak.
But Dr. Pepper is a liquid. It's not food.
I was in a hurry to get to work.
You said you were hungry.
I don't like to argue right now because I got pain in the left eye that's driving me nuts.
Also, I thought you were retired. You work now?
You know, if you're gonna start this fight with me,
I'm not starting with you. I'm asking questions. I'm following up on previous statements you said. I didn't know if you got a job.
You know, I do all my work. You know, I do my work outside. Do
you have a job or are you retired?
You have. Yeah, I'm not gonna even argue with you today. Today, you're too much for me. You're right, making me.
J-O-B, job.
Well, get lost, you bum. That's how you're going to act. How dare you? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to more of your calls right now. Open phone lines. There's only one person currently on hold. So if you want to make your debut and get 2 raffle tickets, you can. Plus, I promise to get 5 memberships, which I'm still going to do, to enter people in the raffle for a Jets jersey of your choosing at the end of the show. Quinn Williams, Jermaine Johnson, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, you pick, and I will send it to you at the end of today's show if you win. This man is celebrating a birthday today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hamburger. Happy birthday, Burger.
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. 49 today. So that's like 43 years of me watching this disgusting team. I am going to come, though. I think my daughter, I'm trying to convince her to come with me on next Sunday. If she don't come with me, my son will probably go.
Well, bring whoever you want, and we'd love to have you at the watch party for that Bengals game coming up.
Yes, sir. I haven't talked to you since the game. I tried to get on yesterday twice, early and then late, but you had a pretty busy day, and I didn't have much time. So, man, oh man, this weekend, what a game! I'm kind of lost for words with this team. At this point, I do not. As it stands now, there's no way in hell Aaron Glenn should be back. And there's no way that he should be picking our quarterback. I mean, this is just like, if you look at it, people say, oh, well, if he learns this year, he's going to get better. But take a look. Look at Saleh. He got a chance to pick our quarterback. They got a chance to develop. We're going to be in the same situation that we had Zach. I mean, right now it's bad enough that we have Justin Wilson. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I think if we get 2 wins, I think Woody doesn't pull the trigger, and I think Glenn stays. To my dismay, if this doesn't turn around and we don't get 6 or 7 wins and have a formidable team, like at least play competent football, all sides of the ball, Not just 1 week defense being good, 1 week offense being good, and most weeks nobody's being good. So anybody that's a Justin Wilson truther, and yes, I know it's Justin Fields, but he is Justin Wilson in my eyes. You're out of your mind. He's giving you 5 years of the same shit. I mean, it's exactly what he's given everybody else. I mean, why do you think they pulled him in Pittsburgh and they put Wilson in? I mean, let's be real. The guy sucks. I mean, he can has flashes of, oh my God, if we can just unlock Justin Fields, he's going to be amazing. Well, yeah, just like freaking Zach Wilson, he's not unlockable. They are who they are. I mean, they have talent. Do they have speed? Can they run the ball? Can they make throws? Yeah, Justin Fields can't make throws, but Zach could make throws. But it's the same exact thing. Hold on to the ball. Don't make decisions. Just sit there in the pocket. I mean, it was disgusting. I mean, they don't kick that field goal was beyond me. Like, you have moved the ball 88 yards the entire game. 88 the entire game. That's what the Jets offense had. It's good. It's just I have no words anymore. I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm going to let it ride out. It's going to be whatever it is. It is. I'm just going to sit back and watch the debacle that the New York Jets is. I mean, it just doesn't get any worse. It really doesn't. So I don't know, man. It's tough. And I know a lot of fans feel the same way as I do. A lot of fans do still feel that Glenn is the guy. I don't see it at all. I want him gone. Unless they win 6-7 games and they turn it around, it's going to be the same thing with him. He has shown zero that he's going to be a good coach. Nothing showed me at all that he's going to be a good coach. And by the way, I have lost 30 pounds on that carnivore diet.
Wow. So, looking good.
Yeah, 30 pounds.
I love it. Burger, I hope you have a better birthday than the last couple of weeks rooting for your sports teams has gone. All right. Well, I hope you have a much better time today, tomorrow, whenever you're celebrating with your family.
Yeah, probably Saturday. I have some people over, but right now it's just being with family is good enough for me, man. My birthday, they don't mean as much as they used to. I don't really want to get old anymore.
Yeah.
So I wish it'd go backwards, but it doesn't. But
well, keep crushing it, man. Happy birthday.
Thanks, man. That's Maniacs. Keep your head up and tell Bobby he missed my birthday. I expected a singing a happy birthday to me.
Yeah, Bobby Midnight. Where are you? Where are you, Robert Woodruff? We need you. Hamburger is 44, you said, right? Or 49? No.
I wish.
How old?
49.
49. You said you've been watching the Jets for 44, but you're 49. I got it.
Well, 43.
Bobby Midnight better call in. But either way, Hamburger, have a great birthday, man. Thanks for always watching the show and your support.
I appreciate it, Jake. Everybody have a great night and see you tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah. Happy birthday to the great Hamburger. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get to your remaining calls. We're going to count your raffle entries as well. We have a new set of prizes for this week. The granddaddy of them all, a signed Joe Namath helmet's our top prize, followed by a signed Wayne Corbett football and a signed Jermaine Johnson jersey. But we will be right back with your calls right after this.
You sons of bitches. I've got a problem with my prepaid card, and I'm trying to fix it. There's some bogus charge on my card, and I don't like the sign of that.
Hey, Beast, which tank top do you like?
I'm not interested in tank tops. Those are for girls. What the hell is wrong with you? Give me someone American I can speak to.
Unless you get the account verified, I won't be able to.
Give me someone American I can talk to.
Why are you so upset?
I do apologize, but
I already gave you the account number. Why are you sitting here BSing me? Well, you're sitting there with your hand up your ass. Hello? I had a problem fighting with one of the idiots on the phone. Couldn't speak one blatant word of English.
What did they charge you?
$9.99.
So this is all over $10? What's your Venmo, Beast? You have a Venmo? I'll give you $10 right now to make you whole.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Jason-Storm-31. You're down $9.99?
Yes.
Here you go, buddy. You've been made whole.
I don't even get one. I don't even know a password. I'm trying something here.
Gator says, was Beast the best choice as your tech support engineer? I still believe in him, Gator. Absolutely.
I tried Raunchy 14. Didn't want to work. Minimize 8 characters, maximum 20. You son of a bitch.
Hey, try I'm not a meatball 69. Hogwarts 350 LBs.
Hey, watch it. Got it. Oh, bullshit, man. Really getting me really ridiculous. This is so fucking stupid. I don't know what the fuck. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the part of the call where Beast turns his camera off and he's gone.
What a moment in time, huh? What a moment. Hit the like button. I'm gifted 5 memberships right now. We only have 7 entries in this raffle right now. That's not good enough. We need more. We need more people that need the magic of winning a prize on this show. So 5 memberships coming up. Right now, I just gifted a 5 spot for the people. You're entered in our weekly raffle to win a JJ jersey signed by the man himself, a Corbett sign ball, and a Joe Namath signed helmet, plus the giveaways, a jersey of your choice at the end of the stream. The following 5 people are officially channel memberships, courtesy of yours truly. Ladies and gentlemen, those 5 people are Moody, Doey Joey, Justin, Jonathan Garcia, and Yohida Rosenberg. You are all channel memberships. Hit it, AG.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're shit.
Or you're all officially channel members. I misspoke. Either way, you get the point. All right. Let's get to your remaining calls, shall we? And then I will get to the super chats as well. But let's say hello to Cheeseman, who's up first this segment. Hello, Cheeseman.
Jake, well, what have we done to deserve this? I don't even know what to say, man. It's so brutal. But happy birthday to the hamburger. Yeah, man, it's crazy how quickly my attitude towards this season has changed. Early on in the season, I definitely was one of the people trying to preach positivity and just, hope for the best and hope there was a plan. But it's so bad, man. And what makes things worse, I was watching the game on Sunday, and I have 2 best friends that are both diehard Denver Broncos fans. And everybody in the group chat can't stand the Broncos because they are just so over the top and cocky about their fandom. They're just one of those kind of people. But having to sit there and have them comment on the game while watching this disaster of a coaching performance, it's nuts, man. And meanwhile, I live in Seattle, and the Jets of the MLB are looking pretty good right now with the Mariners looking World Series bound. So it's just hell's getting hotter every week, man. I don't know what else I can really say, but just wanted to call and check in with you guys.
Cheeseman, I'm sorry. Hang in there, dude. Are the Mariners the Jets of the MLB, though? I mean, the Jets have won a Super Bowl. Seattle's never been to a World Series before. So I don't know. That's interesting. But Seattle does look legit. And by the way, I can't stand the Blue Jays because they celebrated being the Yankees like it was their World Series. And you're seeing the results of that. They've been humbled through these 2 games. I find it amusing that Vladimir Guerrero can only hit against the Yankees, seemingly. He's been terrible in this series so far, which is funny. But they won, so they could celebrate however they want. But I think it's coming back to cost them so far, at least these first 2 games. All right, couple gifted memberships here. John in the raffle for 1. Hire John Gruden in the raffle for 1 as well. Hey, now. Rude with the super chat in the raffle for 2 here. And by the way, I had no way of fixing why YouTube now is showing the chat as @ for usernames. Doesn't let me do anything about it. I tried. The field stands were victory lapping the Kurt Warner tweets earlier until they saw Kurt also said he isn't a starting caliber quarterback in the same thread. We just saw the film. It's indefensible. If you're still defending Justin Fields today, please don't watch my show again. Go find a different show because I just don't have the patience for you morons. Spencer Green is in the raffle for 2. Thank you, Spencer. Appreciate you. Spencer won a signed Sauce Gardner jersey earlier that I already went to UPS today and sent out to him. So it should be there later this week or early next week, Spencer. Beast, you don't do any work. These pains you are feeling stem from me taking over the alliance. I told you apologize now and I will stop. Until then, I am headed for the global studio. Proceed with caution. After quitting the show earlier, you know who's on hold ready to respond to Spencer.
You want to get cracked, Spencer? I got the baseball bat waiting for you, you son of a bitch. Try me again. Come here. You want to go? Huh? Queer? Little retard.
Whoa. Calm down.
I've had just enough.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
10 months of this. 10 months of me brawling, brutalizing, and going head-to-head with idiots. Wow. This is why I want to say I can't do this anymore. This is getting too out of control. And I'm right now trying to find where my freaking mouth pads at, because I'm getting ready to scream. I've had just enough.
Now, what are you specifically mad about, just so we all can understand?
A lot of things.
Like what?
Some things people need to get off my back with. This unemployment bullshit. All the other bullshit. Well, you know what? Take your unemployment, stick it right.
Well, I'm not sure if it's unemployment. You did say you were retired, and then you were referring to work. So I think we're all just curious: are you retired or are you working?
I am. You wonder why I carry a baseball bat on me, huh?
I actually do wonder why you carry a baseball bat when you call into a Jets YouTube show.
Welcome to my life.
You realize this is a Jet YouTube show, Beast?
I understand that, but when you want to push extreme measures, you got to put some.
Are you unemployed or are you retired? That's what the question was.
You know what? You want to just stir up some fireballs.
I'm not stirring up anything. I'm asking you a question.
I got a pain in with a hemorrhoid. I got pain in the left eye. What the hell do you want from me?
Hey, what's wrong with your eye?
We're getting twitches. I do not have that. I hope I don't have that one thing that Jim Ross has called Bell's palsy. That's not good. I've been through enough. I've been kicked down, humiliated, thrown in the hole more times than that piece of garbage. And you have Allen.
Yeah, but no one sent you to the hole in a while, Beast. You become a valued member of the community.
Cockroaches. You couldn't lace my boots or bags. You couldn't carry them all. You couldn't even.
Also, real quick, you are aware that the hole is just a bit on a YouTube show, and thus you're out of the hole the next day. Like, you're not actually in a hole.
I was sent there more times because people didn't know me now.
But now they know you. No one sent you to the hole.
Yeah, well, I need to go do something called go take a rest before I have another you know what. I don't need another panic attack.
Shit your pants?
What'd you say?
You said before I do another you know what. Shit your pants?
A panic attack.
Oh.
I know how it feels. You try having this goddamn thing go off, and you got to hold the bed for about an hour to get rid of the pain. That's some scary shit.
Hey, your therapist is on the line. Let's bring him on.
He's home, his bed is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, his belly is on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. He calls the show, his belly's on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the Jets, super chats. He's a big fella, sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed, but that's a big fella.
Calm down. Take it easy. Hey. Take it easy. Let me see you. Let me see you. Are you crying, bro? Don't do that.
There goes the red eyes.
Don't do that. Listen. In this alliance, we support each other, right?
I know that.
You don't threaten people with bats and shit like that. You're the global enforcer, goddammit. You're better than that. You don't need to be threatening people or anything like that. Man up. All right. Everybody's got problems. We know you have problems too. And we're all gonna get through this together. But there's no need for the waterworks, buddy. All right. We're all in this together.
Yeah, well, I'm lucky I got one of these to get me up. Ugh.
Well, look.
One of these days I'm going to need one of these to carry for a cane and go like, yeah.
I don't know about about that.
It's been a very rough season, and I don't like what I'm seeing. And I hate how people out here treat me like junk.
Bro, The reason why people get talk to you that way is because you let them. Stop letting people get under your skin, man. It's not a big. Come on. You're the leader. God damn it.
Yeah, I know, and I know that.
It's just we look to you.
People
look
are
to
afraid
you.
of my power.
Listen,
I'm powerful. I'm like an emperor almost in a weird way. You're waiting to throw a fireball.
There's
and
no
I don't have that
lying in this alliance. God damn it. None. You hear me? We're looking to you. You're the boss.
Yeah, I know. I'm the balls, but I gotta watch it. I don't want to get kicked in the balls.
No, I said boss, not balls. Get your head out of your ass.
I don't know where I'm at. I don't know if I'm on Mars or Venus right now. I'm not home at the moment, but I'll take a rain check.
Well, you're on Earth, buddy, and
yeah, I know. We got 200 countries on the whole entire Earth, including several oceans.
Dude, look, no one wants to see you crying. We want to see you happy. Let Spencer talk his shit. All right, Spencer's being funny. It's all good, and but the main thing is you don't want to threaten people with bats and shit like that because that doesn't make sense. All right, we all talk shit together. We all get shit on. It's all good, okay? Because we all love the Jets, that fucking garbage team, and we all love Jake's show.
I hate the way this team looks. It is an embarrassment to the apocalypse. I even wanted to say to myself, "What the hell am I doing?" Here's the. You want to see something that's funny?
God.
My daughter was born the same time the Jets were red hot.
Hold on.
Now at the same time. I can't believe what I see it.
Read what Spencer just said.
No,
read it. Read what Spencer just said. All right.
We'll see. We'll see if he doesn't have my address.
You're gonna let that bother you, dude?
I'll kill him. I'll whip his
It's all fun.
Not if he sees the almighty. I remember in grammar school, I used to diamond cutter everybody back in my heyday and be like, "You want to see something funny? Diamond cutter."
Dude, look, just take it easy, okay? We're.
You see it? You remember what this looks like? If you don't see me coming, you know it's coming. Bang!
I remember, but look, like I said, we're all looking to you. All right, be that global big bastard enforcer that you are. And
I'm the only guy who goes through the air like a light heavyweight. And
well said, big fella. That was beautiful. That's why he's Beast official unlicensed therapist, folks. You all just saw it. That's greatness. Well done by the big fella. Hey, a couple membership shout outs. Our guy Dre checking in. Dre, miss you on the show, man. Hopefully you can call in soon. Thanks for the support. 10 spot from Dre. Let's go. Dre getting 10. The following 10 listeners are now channel members. And Dre, you're in the raffle for 10. Good luck. Daniel Rodriguez, Jay Cruz, Putty, Cypress MG, Michael Danapolis, Sir Most Mighty, AJ Driscoll, Triznick, Canuck Jets, Sonny Miller, all receiving memberships. But we are not done with the gifted memberships because while Beast and Big Fella were having an on-air session there, our guy, Bo C, checked in and he decided to get involved. He gifted 5 channel memberships. Bo knows.
Bo knows football. Bo knows baseball. Bo knows tennis. Bo knows basketball, too.
Bo knows channel memberships.
You bet your sweet ass he does. Winston Grant, Backbreaker 73, Carl Du Bois, Jack Hardigan, Adam Tracy, all receiving a channel membership there to enter both the weekly and our daily raffle at the end of the show. We got super chat here from Dre who says Justin Fields is still holding the football on it's Tuesday. The game was played 2 days ago. Justin Fields is Zach Wilson bad. Go Knicks. I mean, to be fair, he was Zach Wilson bad on Sunday and week 2. I think overall he's a better player than Zach, but the fact that it's debatable, it's bad, man. And they gave Justin Fields $30 million guaranteed. Brutal. Remember, though, couldn't have Aaron Rodgers. Glenn's too good for him. All right. Let's see. PBM, I see your super chat. I got to review the AI song you sent me to make sure it doesn't get flagged. Let's see. I think we are caught up on super chats. Home stretch here. Last chance to get in. Last chance to get in the raffle as well. Philly Noodles is next. Hello, Philly.
What up, bro? Was that a Greek flag behind Beast on his window?
Maybe.
I thought he was Italian. So now the gabagool. Now it's
And German. Different. And I think he said he knows the real people of Japan real well, so he considers himself.
Yeah, he's Japanese. That's for sure. Yeah, he's Japanese. He's like an anime character at this point. I mean, that's really where he's at now.
He can't be stopped.
Yeah, no, he's the motion is going. Yo, big fella coming in. That was wild. Shout out to Bill M. He's probably like, here's Philly Noodles with another breakdown of the last call. I just can't help doing it when like the last calls are always like hilarious before I get on. I'm just gonna echo the sentiment of we gotta trade Brees. I'm gonna keep saying it. I said it last year. It's unfortunate the kid's not the same. The holes are opening in the offensive line when the runs are called. This past week was brutal. I mean, it's a great defense that we played against, but he had 2 good runs. They're not throwing him the ball. I mean, that's indicative. That's an indictment on the team, not him. But fetch what you can for him. There's no way he should come back. If he was smart for his own mental health, if this situation is still the same next year, he should not come back if he was smart as a player. So I just don't see him coming back. So just make the trade. And he's known it all season. He felt a certain way at camp. There's no way he didn't, So to me, do what you got to do. Everyone's, Blewett said it, what I've been saying. When people go, oh, no, he's not Christian McCaffrey. He's not Barkley. Hell, he's not Gibbs. He's not a lot of people, He's not even Rico Dowdle. We got Rico Dowdle going for 200 yards, 2 different games back to back. Even when they were utilizing him in the past, he didn't do that.
I don't know. I think if Brees goes to the right team, would it surprise you if he's one of the best backs in the league again? I think we got to be careful when we do this with our players. I think he's a good player. 10. What are you getting for Brees Hall that you're so desperate to move him though? I don't want to trade him for a 5th round pick.
No, he's not going for 5th. It's going to be a 4th rounder.
I don't even know if I would do that. I want at least a 3rd for Brees. Do you want this team to go winless or win 2 games? I guess some people at this point maybe do, but I don't know, man.
Dude, I've already channeled myself down from 6 to 4. I'm at the point where I said it 1-9 against the Browns, beating a rookie quarterback, either rookie is probably going to happen. And then we're hoping we scrape one other win. That's really what it looks like right now. The defense is coming into play with Brownlee now. Now they're there, but it don't matter when Justin Fields is your quarterback as of right now. So I don't know. I just say, Brees, what are we going to do when he just walks? We can't have another walking victim. We just leaves and just, we get nothing for it. You can't keep running a franchise like that. That's just stupid. That's bad business at that point. It's bad business. That's what I think. I don't know.
I would keep Brees unless the offer is too good to pass up. You don't have Braylon Allen now.
Well,
you're out Garrett for a couple games. I don't know. I am not in such a rush to trade Brees.
I think you're forced to keep him if you can't get a 4th, at least.
Yeah, if for a 5th round pick, who cares? A 5th round pick is Tyler Barron. I'll keep Brees.
No, of course, yeah. And I just heard they cut Leonard Taylor in the chat. This is, dude, I don't know. But I can't call all these on Moogie neither, because Moogie's assembling a team. Like you said, Woody gave the keys to Glenn, period, end of story. He's assembling a team on what Glenn wants. Yes, they're seeing eye to eye. That's what we're being told. The media is always one thing, right? Glenn wanted to come out shooting guns, sounded like Dan Campbell when he said he's biting kneecaps. Unfortunately, Jared Goff's not walking in to save the day next year. That's not happening. You have to develop a quarterback. It's just different. This is not the same scenario. The fact that he played this out to be just like Detroit and keeps going back to that is alarming, because then are you your own man? We don't even know, right? We don't even know. I wanted either Vrabel, Flores, and then whatever came. If Flores is an option next season and it's still shit, you have to put it on the table if you're the brass in the office. It's got to be a possible option at this point.
Hey, your guy Aaron Rodgers is 4-1. That's got to be awesome for you, right?
My guy Danny Dimes could have been, something else on the team. I mean, listen, he was vying for a position. I gave options. I said draft a quarterback for God's sakes. Hire. Just do it. I know I didn't want Aaron Rodgers, but there's a reason. That's fine. Let him do what he's doing. It doesn't mean he's going to win the Super Bowl. The odds are they're just not, right?
So who cares?
Well, my thing is, I get one winning season with Aaron Rodgers, and then when he goes off to retire, what does that happen? We're going right back to the same scenario.
Or you build a program in that year, and these guys get to experience how to win with proper coaching, and then I don't know. If my plan was to bring Rodgers back, draft Jackson Dart, and then let Dart sit for a year. In hindsight, but just
to me, Jordan. I'll hear you. Jordan Love sat for 4 years. Aaron Rodgers sat for 4 years. It ain't going to take 1 year to develop Jackson Dart. I don't think so. The kid looks okay right now. He looks good, right? He's got moxie. That's different than actually having.
I'm not putting him in Canton yet, but like whether it was Dart or someone else, like my initial plan was to keep Rodgers. You have a real, because I thought Glenn would be way better than what we've seen. Obviously, it's hard to be worse than Ulbrich, but we're there. And with Rodgers and Devontae, because you also get him back, I felt like this team was good enough with better coaching to be competitive. And the AFC is wide open, by the way. So there you go.
I know the Bills losing 2 in a row. I think in the end, the biggest constraint to everything is what you echoed and every media person echoed: rookie staff again.
Yep. This was my fear. We're living it.
This is the dream. That's really the answer, to be honest with you. Jake,
we are living it. This is not a job for first timers, as I've been saying the entire time.
And I'll tell you right now, if you bring in a first-time coordinator, you can write it down. He'll be walking out the door again in 3 years.
Couldn't agree more. This job, no matter who they hire, is not a job for first-timers. You have to bring in someone that has already been successful in the league. It's just they took a huge risk, man, and I hope Glenn coaches out of this somehow. But 11 games to go this year, I don't know what any Jet fan could point to as reasons to think he will. Now you're out your best offensive player for at least the next 2 games. I'm sure there's some internal strife in that locker room with Glenn sticking with Fields for another game here. It's bad right now, folks. We don't need to lie. We don't need to pretend things are good somehow or there's all these positives. Like even the defense playing well. They could do that again. Like that will show me a little something if the defense could show up again. But I got to see more, man. It sucks. This is awful. All right. We already heard from the big fella earlier, but that was him working as his in his role as a therapist, a beast breaker. Let's actually hear from the big fella in his role as a great caller into this program. Hello, Mr. Big Fella.
Hello, man. I really should charge him. Thank you for the kind words, man.
You're great at what you do. You really are.
Thanks, man. Thank you. I just have a couple questions. The first one is, why did we get rid of Leonard Taylor and then sign another wide receiver? I don't get it, because I don't see this guy who he supposedly was on the practice squad for Miami, Trenton Irwin. I don't see him what did he do that Skinner didn't do, or Brandon Smith, or one of those guys. I don't understand why you wouldn't go with one of those guys first. That doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know. Obviously I don't think Leonard Taylor is very good.
Yeah. That's sad, because he did flash in a few times last year, and
he couldn't even get on the field. I think he was inactive every game this year.
Yeah. I guess he just didn't fit or something, which is saying something considering how bad our defense was. He doesn't fit that. I don't know. And one more thing with Aaron Glenn, I want to see some improvement. But the main thing right now, stop bullshitting the public, bro. Stop bullshitting the public. Say it how it is, and let's go forward together as Jet fans, as one big unit. Because, we're a smart fan base, and we're not gonna we're so diehard with this team. We're gonna watch the tape. We're gonna talk about the tape. We're gonna see everything. We're gonna analyze everything. You can't get stuff past us. Just be honest. And I saw the thing with you on the radio with Han, LaGreca, and Rosenberg, and you did a very good job.
Thank you.
A very good job. I was watching it. I was like, what? The one thing I got out of it, what the hell does Rosenberg do? What does he bring, bro? But
from like a talk show host perspective, or like during that segment?
No, from like a talk show perspective, because he's on tons of shows, dude. I don't know what he brings. Like what he's with WWE, he's with ESPN, he's with Hot 97. He's all over, man.
He's got yeah. I mean, Peter's been broadcasting for many, many years. I mean, on that show, he's kind of like the third mic. You know, he's like Don and Alan are like the pure like pound for pound like sports talkers, but like Peter's like he's kind of there to like bring up other topics and chime in from like an outsider perspective on New York because he's not from here, that type of thing.
I got you. Well, like I said, you did a great job, man. You really held your own, and I like seeing you go to toe with those guys, man. Because
I appreciate it. I appreciate that.
You did a damn good job. So that's all I got, really. My office hours are closing soon, so.
Is Beast your most difficult patient?
He's well, considering he's my only patient, I would say he is the most difficult. Yeah, it's like, oh, you're my favorite child. Well, you're my only child, So yeah, but I don't know. It's a work in progress, but he's way better than when he started. So we're just gonna hope for progress, just like we hope Aaron Glenn progresses. So that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we love him. The big fella. All right. Last chance here for a little super chat action. Jersey Jet says, I blame Beast for this awful start. All he had to do was sacrifice little Joey to lift the curse. 11 games to turn it around. JETS. Look, the 11-game winning streak starts Sunday, folks. You got to believe. You got to believe, baby. You got to believe. All right, who's ready for an Asmaniac raffle? It's coming up shortly, but first, Tommy will close us out today. Hello, Tommy.
Jake, what's up, my brother?
What's up, Tommy? Did you go into work yesterday? We know you typically call out of work after the Jets lose.
I did go into work, bro. I went into work because it was an early game. I was up by about 5:30, and I had to take a bus and then a train to get to Jersey City basically by MetLife, where my mom was at. We watched the game together. We were like, it was such a good game. I mean, like, they were like not getting blown out is what I mean. And it's like, I looked at her and I said, Mom, that their Jets aren't going to win this game. Like they're not going to win. Like, and then as the game went on, she's watching and she's like, throw the fucking ball. She's like 67 years old. Throw the fucking ball. Why doesn't he throw the ball? I'm like, Mom, this is who the Jets signed. I don't know what to tell you, but Jake, can you see the new hat, bro? I received the hat.
Hell yeah.
And the
pennant. Yeah.
The pennant. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm waiting to get the Asmaniac in green, the winter hat. I want to get the winter hat. Yeah.
Can you go to the game Sunday, by the way, Tommy? Because I know I was going to send you some magnets and stickers, but I could just give it to you in person if you're going.
I don't have tickets to go to the game, but to be honest, like, I think I might come by the tailgate. I think I can walk through that entrance, right? I don't have to pay if I walk through, like for parking. I'm saying.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know. I'm sure there's got to be a way you could do that.
Okay. I wanted to just shout out Beast real quick because, like big fella, I'm part of Beast Alliance. I've been in there for a couple weeks. So like Beast, the dangerous alliance with Beast as our leader, our fearless leader. Beast, my boy. I talked to Beast. Beast is crazy, but Jake, like just real quick, like I don't know, like I'm going both ways. Like when it comes to, do I want to go 0-17 right now and fire like the coach and trade our pieces, or do I want to get a win and rebuild, like get a couple wins with Aaron Glenn, see our progression, and but I just don't see it with Aaron Glenn. I don't see the progression. So, I mean, I don't think that we're going to beat Carolina. And if we don't beat Cincinnati, if you go to 0-8, I mean, what are we really looking at? I mean, when is the trade deadline, Jake? Is it after the bye week?
The trade deadline it's November 4th. So if you look at the Jets schedule here, it will be during their bye week. So they'll be in the bye. We'll know what their record is when the deadline's happening.
So with all these questions about who we're trading and this and that, like really we should once bye week hits, we'll know if we're 0-8 or if we're 2-6. That's a huge difference and how we play in the 2-6 and 0-8, and if we go 0-8, you know what I mean? Like if we go 0-8 and get destroyed, I guess I don't know if you want to. I don't really want to I don't want to get rid of JJ. I don't want to get rid of Garrett. Like I don't want to get rid of our. Like if you got to get rid of Quinnen because he's like older. Of course, Quincy. If you can't keep 2 linebackers, you effed up with Sherwood already. They should have signed Quincy to that deal, in my opinion. And what Brees? I mean, what are you gonna get? Like if you can get a 4th, I guess maybe possibly, but like anything lower than a 4th. Like you're trading away. I don't want to get rid of Brees. Like I think Brees is still dominant and is a good running back, but he don't want to be here. So if somebody doesn't want to play in that city,
I don't know. I don't know if he doesn't want to be here. I mean, every time he's been asked, he says he wants to be here. I know he had the free 20 thing, but like this guy, it could just be like he wants to be free and like win. I don't know. I don't want to overanalyze that post. So he'll be asked about it this week. Look, if they trade him and they don't get at least a 4th, I think it's a huge failure. I don't even know if I would do it for a 4th. Ideally, you want a 3rd because you don't have one this year because of the Reddick deal. But I agree with you. I wouldn't trade Brees, honestly, unless I'm being blown away with an offer. Like, let me keep him and try and win games, man. Like, I'm still not at a point where I'm rooting for losses yet. I'm just not.
The only point where it can hurt us is if he goes down and like tears his ACL again, and then we get absolutely nothing for him. You know what I mean? Like that's Jets like.
I get it, but if you're only offered a 5th round pick for him, like okay.
No, yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all right now. Jake, what lot are you going to be in? Is that you said E26 with a Tailgate Joe?
E26 with Tailgate Joe, yes sir.
E26. All right, and I know the game starts at 1 and they open up at 9, right?
Yes sir. We will be there at 9.
My crazy ass will be there at like 8:30 if I go.
And by the way, you could get you could just walk in, right? Because people take the train. So there.
No, where my mom lives, Jake. I can literally like if I jog there, I could jog there in 15 minutes. So I could easily. I just don't know if I could walk through or if they're gonna want actual money walking through that gate to go into the parking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't come. I don't come in through where the train would drop people off. I'm coming in through the exit from off of the highway where, like, say, Stilettos is on the other side of the highway.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And then, yeah, it used to be Charlie Brown's in front of it. Like, so I'm coming in that front exit right there. From by Becton Field.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see it, Tommy. Keep us posted, all right?
Hell yeah, Jake. God bless. Let's go, Jets. Jets, Jets for life, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're the freaking New York Jets. So we're shit.
Hell yeah, Tommy. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting long enough. Oh, hold on. We got a super chat here from Big Fo. It says free 20 committee wants to be used more. Yeah, it can mean a lot of things. I don't know. I do know that if they want any chance to win Sunday without Garrett, Brees is going to have a monster game as well, a runner and a passer. I mean, he has to. All right, who's ready for a raffle? I know I am.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Yeah, buddy. Let's give away a Jets jersey. Only one can win. If you win, you got to tell me the following over an email. Your name, your address, the player you want the jersey in, the color you want it in, and the size. Your options include Quinnen Williams, Jermaine Johnson, Breece Hall, Sauce Gardner, and Garrett Wilson. Black Gypsy really trying to get in at the absolute buzzer here. I see you, Black Gypsy. I will put you in. You are in. Okay. Good luck to everyone. But there can only be one winner today. If you don't win, you're automatically entered in next Tuesday's weekly raffle. Good luck. And the winner is Joe M. He's the winner. Joe M. Thank you, Joe. He wrote earlier, Beast needs to calm down on the Red Bull. That was good enough to get a win. Let's go. Give it up for Joe M. Hit the Jet chant. Joe, congrats. Shoot me an email, asmanjake@gmail, and we'll get your jersey sorted out for you. I want to thank everyone who tuned in today. 2 great shows, 2 awesome guests. Sabo this morning, Joe Blewett for the film review this afternoon. We're back tomorrow. Nick Shine with us in the morning. Jeff Parles with us. Actually, no, he's in Europe. I got to find a guest for tomorrow afternoon. Reminder to me to work on that. On that note, I love all of you. Thank you for watching the show. And hopefully we see a win soon, because I don't know how many more weeks in a row we can continue to do this. I'll keep doing it. I have no choice, but it'd be nice to see a win soon, wouldn't it? Right? I think we all would enjoy that. But hey, we're all in this together. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will talk to you guys soon. JETS, 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 Jets.
All right, more calls right now. Scott is on the Gus Buster Umbrella Hotline. Hello, Scott.
Hey, what's up, brother? I'm at a park right now, and I want to ask people if there are any Jet fans out here. But
are you in New York?
Yeah, it's in Saratoga Springs, which is like about 30 minutes north of Albany. You go right down the highway, easy drive. But yeah, it's really nice here. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Maybe we have a Jet fan. Hey, come back here. Are you a Jet fan?
Oh my God.
No, you are Affleck. See, and maybe you are. I guess not. Probably not. Hey, who this follows Bobby Midnight? This is Jet talk here. Hey, I'll probably get in trouble, you know. So yeah, send Alan to the hole. Get that clown in there. And you know what? Put him.
Oh, we lost Scott. Man. I don't know what to say.
I'm not going to do the clapping seal part.
What do you mean?
I do want to, but I'm not going to do it. Because Gator's going to use it out of context, and then it's going to go viral, and then I'm going to have to look at it forever.
Oh, my bad, everybody. The biggest mistake they made is not firing this whole crew of shitheads before the season started. The coaches can't make decisions. They don't correct anything. I mean, this is a joke.
That's a bad football team that is poorly coached.
It's a sad life being a Jets fan, man.
I'm just destroyed with this team.
I hate them. I hate them.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Death, taxes, and the Jets just stabbing a stake in our hearts.
We have all this talent and can't do anything with it.
I've got no words. It was brutal.
25.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't know how much more I could take for this.
They are doing irreparable damage to this family.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.